Well, howdy, 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 nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this. It is the 20th of September. Oh, excuse me. I'm spitting. No, I'm not even spitting rhymes. I'm actually just spitting spit. Ugh. It's 7:30 a.m. on this Tuesday, September 20th. I literally just woke up 5 minutes ago. Woke up, went to the bathroom, sat down, and now I'm here. I really overdid myself yesterday. Of course. I mean, I did basically a week's worth of uploads in a day. And I know I do that, like, every single day. But some days I really shouldn't. And yesterday was one of those days I shouldn't. It was, about midnight when I finished. And while I enjoy it, it's not work. I'm not losing anything. I'm not giving up my life to do it. I mean, if I was not making videos, I would not be losing out on anything. I would just be sitting here playing computer games, maybe, reading, maybe, brooding on the death of my wife, definitely. So, I do my best to stay busy. And the best way I know to stay busy is to make way more videos than I should. And so even though I was like all but, well, when my friends showed up, we were good 5-6 hours all together out. But past that, I mean, when we came back, I just spent the rest of my time just catching up. And it took me a good 6 hours to do that, catching up. And my apologies, my beard is driving me crazy. If you remember, it wasn't even that long ago, not even that many months ago, that my beard was down to, it was only, maybe 2, maybe 3 millimeters long. Because it had gotten so long, it was driving me crazy. It was like this long. So it was really making me nuts. So I shaved it on down. Because I can't remember the name of it, but there is a psychological condition where you pull your hair. And some people have that really bad, to the point that they have very little hair left anywhere on their heads. They'll just be small spots here and there because they pull it. It's a nervous habit. Nobody knows exactly why or what causes it. It's like restless leg. We don't really know what does that. But some people have this, where they pull their hair. When I was a kid, I pulled a big bald spot on the top of my head. Just pulled the hairs out all the time. Finally, I myself said, I got to do something. And I asked my teacher to help me. If she saw me, could I stop? I moved on to that and started pulling out my eyelashes instead. So I stopped that for a couple of years, but then it came back, and all my life I've plucked hairs here and there, and I pulled whiskers, and I got to be careful, because if I have a whisker that and just goes dweedle in the edge of my vision, I have to get rid of those little hairs in my vision that go like this. They just attract my attention, and I can't stop trying to look at it, so I got to pull those out to get rid of them. I'll comb it down to make sure it's okay, and then go like that, and anything that goes boing back up, weedle, then I just pluck and pull. I try to shave them down so I don't pull. But eventually my beard gets long enough that I'm going to be pulling out whiskers all day. As it is, I'll pull out like anywhere from 2 to 10 whiskers a day. It's just a nervous habit. It'll go like, that kind of, the follicle kind of hurts. So I'll go, pull that one out. Drives me nuts. So when I do that, it's too much, I shave it down. And then I stop doing it. And then when it gets long again, I start nervously pulling off all the little ones that go weedle in my vision. And then go, boink, get rid of those so they don't drive me nuts. And then I just try to keep everything shaved down. But, it's a terrible psychological condition. I'm lucky. I only have it this mildly. So I treat it by, when I go nuts, it's shave it down, so I stop. It's rough. I'm a bundle of neuroses and physical problems, and oy vey. I'm still a fun bundle of neuroses, though. I'm fun to hang around with. What can I say? Part of the fun and reason I'm fun to hang around with probably has something to do with this. I don't know. This was my first hit of the day. Yeah. I try not to hold it any more than like 1 or 2 seconds because smoke is an irritant, and I have been reading about THC absorption. It does happen pretty fast. So holding your breath or not holding your breath, I'm not going to be one of those people that'll ever go and immediately exhale, because come on. Sure, maybe 98% of the absorption has already taken place by the time that you exhale. But if I can get that extra 1% absorption by holding on just a couple extra seconds, I'm going to do that. I'm greedy that way. And now that I'm 8 minutes into this, I need to do this. Because literally, I need to do this. If I don't do this, I feel like I'm a terrible person. Which is not true. I do not actually feel like I'm really terrible, but I do feel guilty. I do not feel like I'm a bad person. I just feel guilty for not doing this. So, bom dia. And dia gwit. And dia gwit's Irish. Hearts, moons, stars, and clovers. Labrit. Ahanyo seo. Dzień dobry. Now, Polish is a +10 difficulty language. If I'm in the ballpark, I figure I'm doing pretty good. So, let's formally chest and terra homicos, barilus, vomarius, buenos dias. Dia deet. Now, dia gwit, that one's Irish, but dia deet, that one's Scottish. So, just thought I'd let you know. And, boreda, yoragelt, matenva, bongiorno, dobro utro, my apologies. Bokertov, Ohio, Komusta, Gomorgan, Ni hao, Privyet, Guten Tag, Kalimera, Bonjour, Dobre Rano, God Morgan, Labos Ritas, Merhaba, and to wrap it up with other people's, cultural heritage who are just as white as I am. King Crack. It's from Ireland. Has to do with the crack. I can't remember what the cane part means, but the crack. Good food, good drink, good friends. You have the crack. It started off in the United States, actually. Back in the early 1900s, people would say the crack. We're going to have the crack. Want to go out? Let's have the crack. We had the crack. That was just what you said. Traveled over to Ireland. Still over in Ireland, but has recently moved back over to the U.S. The crack. Good food, good drink, good friends. Thumbs up. Hopefully not then cirrhosis of the liver. Not good drink, good friends, good food, good cirrhosis of the liver, good hospital stay, good death. Hopefully not that. Oh, my tummy hurts. Ow. I wonder why. It just suddenly hurt when I was talking about, death and all that. Huh. I wonder if it's a sign. Or if it's just one of those random things that happens and just coincidentally happen to link up. One or the other. So I'm about 10 minutes into this. This week, I am going to do the Filthy Frank Vomit Cake Challenge, where I'm going to eat a meal. I'm trying to think of what the good meal is. It's going to be fast food, like, oh gosh. Let's see. A Big Mac burger, because they're nice and sloppy. Some kind of dessert, like an ice cream dessert, like caramel maybe, a Dairy Queen sundae or some such like that. I won't be able to eat anything past that. My stomach is very small. I get filled up. There's the Baconator burgers. and son of a Baconator at Wendy's now. If you've ever seen, they're just burgers with bacon on them. But Wendy's Son of a Baconator is a single patty burger with a couple strips of bacon and some stuff on. I can eat about half of one of those and I'm full. So I don't eat much or often. So I'm gonna really stuff myself. So that's really gonna add to it, because usually I don't eat a lot. So it'll be a lot. And then, of course, I'm still haven't done it yet, but I'm still waiting for a time when I'm not falling asleep when my friends leave and I get Stranger Things done. So, still going to happen. It's just got to be a time when they're not here, because I'm not going to be able to yammer while they're here, because they're going to be yammering and they're going to be not really paying attention to me as they yammer, and so it's just going to be not really a good thing. So, I got to wait for a time when they're not here. And I'm not falling asleep. And I'm not exhausted like I am today. Because I'm really, really tired right now. My whole body is just dragging. And this means this is pretty much it for today. Maybe a game video, maybe a reaction video. Not much more than that. I gotta take it easy today. I'm really not feeling good at all. My back is really hurting. For whatever reason, my tummy just hurts right now. It still feels like I've been stabbed. I have no idea what's going on. I need to make an appointment with the Veterans Administration, so I can get there and get seen. I've got issues that I need to get. I need to get my testosterone shot. I've got my testosterone. I need to make the appointment so I can get it done. I'm going to do that today. Cool. Well then, at this point now, if I say anything more, I'm just going to be blathering. I mean, I've been just blathering already. I mean, I talk extemporaneously. I get the general idea of where I'm going to go, and then I start on the path, and then my general path falls apart. I just forge my new direction and follow my mouth, basically. I don't know what I'm going to end up talking about. I try to have things that I want to talk about, but then I end up having stuff that I want to say for weeks that I don't say because I keep forgetting, because I follow my mouth instead of a script. What can I say? Extemporaneous speech. That's how I do everything. I am extemporaneous right off the top of my head. Not necessarily a good thing. But you take care. I need to change my shirt. I need to smoke a lot more cannabis. I am really hurting. My back is really hurting bad. I may even take the opportunity to walk to the post office and back, because my back hurts so much. I don't know that I can sit for much longer. And I can walk for a few hours, but this is killing me right now. So, yeah. I'm going to call this one. I'm going to go out and hit the road. I may take the camera. That'd be fun. So maybe I'll get something done that way. Hard to say. I'm going to go try and take care of myself, and then, well, I got to edit this and then render and then upload, and then I'm going to hit the road. So hopefully it won't be too long. So thumbs up. Hopefully a reaction video. Hopefully a game video. But likely just this, maybe a hit the road video. So you take care. Have a great day today. That is the best thing that I want to try and impress on everyone. Please have the best possible day that you can. Our world, while it has a sheen of beauty over the top, is such a place of horror and terror. You have to take care of yourself as best you can. I just found out through the whitewashing of American history. I mean, I'm finding out new and horrible things about the very country that I live in all the time. Stuff that I didn't know about because they don't teach it. Stuff that I've had to find out on my own, that is, history is doing its best to make sure that no one ever finds out about. But I watched this one quick piece out of a longer bit, where back in the early 1900s, around 1916 or so, they used to have people that would go door to door selling postcards. Now wait, I'll come back to this. And these postcards would be printed up by the tens of thousands. And you'd buy them in grocery stores. You'd block the streets and people were selling these postcards. What were these postcards of? These postcards were of the systematic torture and murder of black people, where they literally would come to your door and sell you photographs of some poor black person that had been literally tortured to death. They would have wrapped chains around their necks, dragged them into the air above a fire, and then slowly burned them to death over hours. This one poor fellow, he worked for a family. He was developmentally disadvantaged. The wife ended up dead. Took them 2 hours to say he was guilty. They kicked him out of the courthouse. They kicked him to where they were going to torture him. 16,000 people came up and cheered them as they beat him and put a chain around his neck and then put him over the fire. When he tried to climb away from the fire, they cut his fingers off one by one so he could only slap at the chain of the fire, the chain holding him up by his neck over the fire. Every time he got too badly hurt, they'd drag him up out of the fire and then dangle him back down again. It took him hours to die. And everyone was cheering. They got all those things of his corpse as souvenirs. And there are times I hate my country. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hand on any person. I started crying. Oh. While watching that, now I'm crying, remembering it. I'm sorry. I'm going to, we're going to talk about hamsters and bunnies now, because I've still got hamsters. I don't have bunnies. I've got, I'm almost bought guinea pigs. And that's good. I've still got a whole bunch of my hamsters. They're happy and friendly. Like this little guy. I need to make sure he gets water. He's been in my... I fell asleep for far too long, and so he needs to get some water. He needs a drink. I've had him in the little tote next to my chair, because I like to have a little fuzzy buddy next to me all the time. You take care. Have a great day. I didn't mean to depress anyone. I'm very sorry. But you have a great day today. I think you'll... This hand does it pretty easy. With all the problems I got with this hand, and it just pops right into the I love you ASL. And this hand I gotta fight with. And this is the basically non-paralyzed hand. Hey, little fella. Well, I'm very sorry. I did not mean to end on a depressing note. But you take care. Have a great day. I'm going to get water for the little fella, and then I'm going to head out for a walk after I edit and render. So you take care. Have a great day, and I'll see you on the flip side. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cry at the end. Have a very good day, and I will see you. Hey, little guy. They're so fun.